All right, thanks for joining me for another video, another paranormal, I guess, encounter or video or reaction. Let's go check this one. It's called Scary Video That Will Creep You Out on one of the channels on YouTube. It's called Horrorcore, so be sure to check them out. And subscribe as well as mine as well, too. Let's proceed and see how scary this is.
She seems. He pulls over for a woman stranded in the night. But the moment she steps inside, the air shifts. Look closely at her face.
She looks strung out. She's either on meth or she's definitely... Oh, wow. Damn. That's horrifying. Imagine driving an Uber and having some chick in the background making all those weird, scary, googly faces. Oh, man. Look at that. Jesus.
It begins to distort. Her movements become jerky, unnatural.
Wow.
And then she opens her mouth in a way that is positively inhuman.
Yeah.
You can feel the driver's panic as he realizes he's trapped in a moving car with something malevolent.
Definitely.
Is this a case of genuine possession, or something even harder to explain? Many are convinced she wasn't human. But I want to hear your theories in the comments. Don't go anywhere, because our next clip is even more terrifying.
I gotta bring my channel up there.
Sam
There we
from the
go.
United States believed he could leave his haunting behind by fleeing to a remote cabin deep in the woods. After months of feeling followed and failing to cleanse his home, he retreated into the wilderness, desperate for a week of total silence. He thought he was finally safe, until the air inside the cabin turned deathly cold.
What makes this even more eerie is the background music, the sound effects. Look at that face right there behind.
In the footage, distorted head is seen slowly peeking from behind a chair, watching him with predatory intent. Sam heard nothing but faint shuffling noises, unaware in the moment that the entity hadn't just followed him. It was mere inches from his back. Viewers are now theorizing that the problem isn't the house, but Sam himself. Is it possible for a dark entity to be tethered to a person instead of a location? Cheryl and her daughter have long endured unexplained noises in their home, but the presence of several mannequins for Cheryl's sewing business adds a uniquely uncanny layer to the haunting. The activity recently escalated when Cheryl's daughter reported seeing something move inside the closet. Expecting a rational explanation, Cheryl began recording, unaware that she was about to capture the house's energy, shifting into something aggressive.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing. My daughter just said that something weird really happened, and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell Mommy what you just said?
I think there's something underneath that door.
Oh man, it just creeped out.
Closet door?
Oh boy.
Is that what scared you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it doesn't help that you have mannequins all over the house, and mannequins do creep you out too. But she does this for a living. But when you have a daughter, you're just like, when you're a kid. Just remember when you were a kid, you start to think. Your imagination starts to run wild, especially when it comes to dark, scary, eerie places, especially under the bed of your room. You know what I mean? You know how it feels, but let's check it out. Let's proceed on. I know I was scared as hell when I first watched The Exorcist, and it was all cut up when you were watching it prime time back when you were back in the early '80s. I was horrified. I was with my brothers. We all slept together because we were all scared.
It's okay. Everything's alright. What?
Oh man. Yeah, that was. Oh jeez.
I'm scared.
Come on.
As they approached the closet, a mannequin standing inside began to rock violently before toppling over, despite no one being near enough to touch it. Cheryl later clarified that the hauntings actually predated the mannequins, sharing a second clip where the closet door autonomously slammed shut just inches behind her daughter.
Oh man. Yeah, that place is pretty haunted,
The
man.
family has since abandoned the room,
Yeah.
refusing to sleep anywhere near the area where the unseen presence seems most active. Is Cheryl's home occupied by a lingering spirit, or is there a physical explanation for the mechanical movements of the doors and figures? You decide.
The retail entity.
Most people assume a retail store, with its bright lights and security cameras, is the last place you'd encounter the paranormal. It's a setting built for safety and routine, yet a viral video from TikTok user Rach18 suggests that even the most public spaces can harbor something unsettling.
Desde hace rato se andan escuchando ruidos de este lado. Nada más que no había querido venir a asomarme porque es que en este maldito pasillo donde se asomó la cochinada esa, ahí en ese lado de allá, ahí es donde se asomó. Y la verdad me da mucho miedo estar viniendo a asomarme para acá. ¿Qué es eso? Se está moviendo el carro. Soy yo, se está moviendo esa mierda. No mames, si se está moviendo. ¿Qué mierda pasa aquí? ¿Qué mierda está pasando? Se está moviendo esa porquería. No te muevas, no te muevas. No. Cuando así se me siguen pasando estas cosas que hago, ya no sé si reírme de nervios, reírme por no llorar, ya no sé ni qué hacer.
Wow.
Me saca toda la verga.
Oh, man.
Behind a stack of paper towels, a distorted face is seen peering from the shadows of the shelf, watching the uploader with a...
Oh, my God. I wouldn't have noticed that there was a distorted face there, but I guess when somebody who did this video can really dissect and... I don't know, you figure it out. You let me know in the comments to see if you think if this is legit or not, but, you know, but who knows.
fixed, silent stare. Moments later, a shopping cart begins to drift on its own, followed by a ball that rolls across the floor as if propelled by an invisible hand. These sequential events, the face, the cart, and the ball, point toward a concentrated burst of poltergeist activity in a place where no one should be alone. While skeptics suggest a coordinated prank involving hidden accomplices, the timing of each event makes a hoax difficult to execute. Was this a staged production for social media, or did a quiet retail store become the site of a genuine haunting? Let me know your theories in the comments.
All right, so that wasn't too scary, but you know, let's check out something else here. And all I know is that anything with that moving things and green screen or wires can be done, but when you see things that are like out of the ordinary and can creep you out, and you can feel it in your bones and your hair starts standing up on end, then you might reconsider to see if you think that's real or not. But you know what I mean. So let's check out something else. Slap ham videos are actually pretty good. So let's check out one of the videos, one of the recent videos anyway. So.
Hi there. Would you like to receive a gift? I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter.
Yeah, go Jesus. All right.
A man alone in his house. His partner
This is
is out
slap
walking the
ham.
dog. Then the screaming starts.
Oh, jeez.
TikTok user Corey says the sounds were coming from the basement. First an odd noise that played twice, then what sounded like laughter, and then a shriek, like a girl screaming at the top of her lungs.
And then it also played like a very loud shrieking noise of a girl screaming, so...
He managed to record the audio on his phone in his own words, mind-numbingly loud.
I don't know, it came from the basement. It was just mind-numbingly loud.
After 5 minutes, he grabbed a knife and went down to check.
I grabbed a knife and grabbed a check. Wow. Yeah, I would too, man.
The basement looked normal, but there were a couple of rooms he couldn't bring himself to open, so he did the next best thing, wedged pillows up against the closed doors. If anything moved during the night, he'd know.
So I could go back and see if anything had moved the next day from my video I was taking.
He and his partner didn't stay. They packed up the dog and left. The next morning, his partner went back alone. Corey told her to check the pillows.
And this is what she sent me. Well, this is the original. This is what she sent me. Normal. Video. Next day.
They'd been moved. Suspecting someone might...
Well, you could put and record still shots and move it around, so you know what I mean. I'm not 100% of that, but if you had that recorded on a surveillance or CCTV camera, then you might want to, you know, reconsider or believe it. But you know, anything could be done when it's done in still camera and stuff like that. So trickery.
Might actually be living in the house. Corey installed 2 cameras, one in the bonus room,
this
one
is
on
it.
the main
The camera.
floor.
Okay, this is now it gets
The catch
interesting.
was worse than he expected. The dog spent the entire day pacing up and down the stairs, stopping to stare into one particular room, whimpering.
The dog just went up and down all day and just stared into a room, just whimpering back and forth. We're not going to pretend like the decor up there is normal by any means.
Then the camera cut out.
And then the camera did the weirdest thing. It just went blank.
Whoa, wow. Okay, that creeped me out a little bit. My hairs on my arms are kind of standing on end a little bit and getting a little creeped out because, tell you the story, I recorded a video, actually my brother's on recorded a video of my dog, our family dog, was always staring in a room, one of my brother's offices downstairs, and it kept leading us to that room. And we were wondering why it keeps leading us to that room, and it kept staring in that room, and it was dark, dungy, and pretty creeped out. I'll show you a video later on, but you see what I mean, but it kind of reminds me of this, but let's proceed. Wow.
The clip's racked up over 1 million views and the comments can't agree on what's going on. Intruder, squatter, something else. One of the few scary videos this year where even the top reply.
Well, it doesn't help when this room's got full of antlers, heads all over the house. You know, you're inviting, you know, evil entities or spiritual stuff, especially with those dead animals. You want to figure about that too. I know you're hunters, but one of the episodes in Mindseed was kind of like, it kind of reminded me of that too. It was like a hunting ground, a hunting lodge, and one of the guys who worked there, one of the guys who worked for Mindseed, I forgot his name now, scary as hell, got pulled back while they were filming, and he was petrified, and he said it felt like someone grabbed his foot and it felt like icy claws or something like that. But I'm going to have to check that out later on. I'll do a little reaction on that as well too. But anyways, let's proceed.
It's a split down the middle.
Wow. That's some scary sounds. Okay, we just saw this video.
An empty supermarket after midnight, one night shift worker, and shelves that won't stop emptying themselves.
Yeah. I think we just saw this video on the other reaction.
Es muy extraño todo esto. Se cayeron una fecha.
TikTok user Artec_18 works the overnight at an Herrera bodega in Mexico. Over the last few months, he's been uploading clips of what's happening around him while he's alone in the building. In his own words, translated from Spanish, and I heard something fall. I didn't see what it was. And for a while now, I've been hearing strange noises. A few more things have fallen.
No sé, es muy extraño todo esto. Se cayeron una fecha.
A few nights later, he films another aisle.
No mames, acabo de escuchar como... Ya no sé si reírme de nervios, reírme de...
This is the video that we just saw in the first one. So.
¿Tú cómo vamos a sacar la verga?
A pink ball rolls across the floor by itself. He panics and runs.
Por no llorar ya no sé ni qué hacer. ¿Tú cómo vamos a sacar la verga? I got one.
Alright, so that was pretty much, we saw that in the first video and kind of realized whether you believe it's somebody or could be, you know, reenactment or a setup.
In the next clip, he notices something at the end of the aisle.
Ahí es donde se asomó, y la verdad me da mucho miedo estar viniendo a asomarme para acá. Se está moviendo esa porquería. No te muevas, no te muevas. No, 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 no.
The trolley shifts. As he walks closer, a second trolley starts moving.
No, no, no,
Oh my
no,
God.
Then the back of the store.
He says, no,
Here's
no,
high-pitched
no.
sounds from the production kitchen.
Ya realmente no sé qué es lo que voy a hacer. Ya no entiendo ni qué es lo que está...
Oh my God.
Puta madre. ¿Qué es eso?
What the heck is that noise? That'll creep
Down
you
a
out.
narrow
That'll creep
aisle,
you
you
out
can
for
see
sure.
two objects sitting in the distance.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué se ve ahí al fondo? Oh, no mames.
They topple over,
That
and the
could be
space is too
it could be like
tight
a
and too
dog or
cramped
a
for anyone to
rat
be
or
hiding in.
a little some kind of
¿Qué
rodent.
se ve ahí al
Could be.
fondo? Oh, no
Oh
mames.
jeez.
As the uploads went viral, he started live streaming his shifts. The activity kept coming.
Ya no entiendo qué está pasando.
Holy Jesus. What the heck, man?
In the most recent clip, he's doing paperwork at his station when two trolleys start rolling on their own.
Ya nada más me pongo yo mismo nervioso. Ya no sé qué es lo que pasa aquí.
What? Okay.
Otra vez no, otra vez no, otra vez.
Oh my God.
De que está dando chingo de mí.
Oh,
No mames, no, sacate la verga.
Oh man.
Skeptics will point to vibrations, ventilation, and the obvious viral incentive to keep the content coming.
Yeah.
And fair, once a clip hits millions, the motivation to keep delivering is real. But the live stream tire collapse is the part that's hard to wave away. An audience watching in real time, an empty store, and something going out of its way to be noticed. Among the scary videos trending out of Latin America this year, this is the one Reddit keeps dragging back to the front page.
Otra vez no, otra vez no, otra vez. De que está dando chingo de mí. No mames, no, sacate la verga.
First of all, well, why? There's one guy working a whole factory. It shouldn't be like 2 or 3 people working there. Like one guy working the midnight shift. That would creep you out itself. You know what I mean?
Ya. Ya no sé ni a dónde mierda esconderme.
Oh my God. Jesus.
A woman recording a TikTok alone in her house hears someone call her name.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
She calls back, assuming it's her housemate. Then she remembers nobody else is home.
My bad. So I forgot. I didn't think about it. I'm home alone, and I thought someone called me, and
We covered this one late last year. The uploader's name is Melody, and many viewers thought she'd encountered a mimic, something copying her housemate's voice to get her attention.
Melody, Melody, Melody.
Now there's an update, and it's worse than anyone expected.
Warning: if you scare easy, this made my stomach drop. So.
In a follow-up video that's now past 2 million views, Melody says commenters started pointing out something in her older footage. A clip where she'd been showing off some flowers.
It was my birthday, right? And I got these flowers. Oh, they're dying. I know, that's not weird because it's me, okay? They die.
She didn't see it at first, but when she went back and zoomed in, there was a figure standing in the doorway behind her.
Can't really see the figure. Where?
It gets worse. A few clips later, she receives a missed call from an unknown number.
That figure looks like someone. It looks like a skull that's just been added to the video. So I don't know. That could be anything. But
When she checks her voicemail, this is what she hears. The audio is rough, but after thousands of comments comparing notes, most people settle on the same transcription. Hi Melody, it's me. You asked if I was real. I am. You asked if I can see you. I've never stopped. Love you.
What?
And then the most...
Sounds like a stalker to me, but I don't know about that. Like, I don't know. That could be anything.
Recent update. Melody says she came home one night after 2 in the morning, locked the doors, had a shower. She was getting ready for bed when her phone buzzed. Her Ring camera had detected motion at the front door. She didn't have a subscription, so she couldn't watch the clip back, but the app saves a thumbnail from each alert. She pulled it up and zoomed in.
Wow.
A man's face pressed close to the camera, or something close enough to a man's face that the difference almost doesn't matter. Melody pulled up a YouTube video of a man's voice and played it through the camera's speaker, hoping whatever was out there would hear it and think someone was home. Then she watched the live feed until she fell asleep.
YouTubed man voice saying like hello, so I could play it through the thing so they could think it's a man in here. That's all I could come up with. Wait, I was just watching the live thing till I fell asleep.
A voice that knew her name, a figure in a doorway she hadn't seen, a voicemail that called her by name, and now something standing at her door in the middle of the night, close enough to fog the lens. 4 clips, 1 woman, and whatever's doing this isn't finished.
So look at an episode of Smallville. I'd get pretty creeped out too if I was by myself hearing all that crap, but...
A man has abandoned his house. He now sleeps at his girlfriend's place with his cat, refusing to go back. The reason is a single photo.
What? Holy jeez. That'll creep. It looks like freaking Mal Manson.
Has he been hearing strange noises coming from his kitchen for years? Never during the day, always at night, shuffling, creaking, sounds he couldn't place. So one night, he opened his Samsung's night vision mode and took a photo in complete darkness. No lights on, just the faint glow of the street lights through the windows. There in the kitchen doorway is what appears to be a bearded man, a figure he swears was not there when he pressed the shutter.
Are you drowning at over 6?
Wow, that was pretty. That was probably horrifying. Seeing somebody like that in the middle of your living room or room, I'd be creeped out too.
Samsung's night vision mode doesn't add anything to a photo. It amplifies the light that's already there, which raises the question: if the figure wasn't there when he took the photo, what was it doing in his kitchen that the camera could see?
Yeah,
it couldn't. He's refused to go back to the house since, and now sleeps at his girlfriend's with his cat.
Sleeps with his girlfriend's
Mr. Cat.
Oh boy.
Might catch my attention.
Over the skyline of New Orleans, something dark and tentacled is drifting through the clouds.
Something might catch my attention while I'm driving, and then I'm gonna keep looking at it. And then I'm gonna...
When the clip went live, comments piled in within hours. A Dementor from Harry Potter, a giant squid, something out of Lovecraft. Most viewers couldn't make sense of the sighting.
While I'm driving, and then I'm gonna keep looking at it.
The most likely answer is more grounded. Novelty kites shaped like octopuses and squids are surprisingly common, and from a distance,
it could be an octopus or a squid, but
they look genuinely unsettling.
What the hell is it doing on the air? Could be a kite.
The one thing that nags: no visible string, no handler on the ground, and the way it moves doesn't quite match a kite caught in wind. Probably just a kite.
Oh, there you go.
And then I'm gonna keep looking at it, and then I'm gonna...
A door swings shut on its own.
Leave us alone!
Oh, jeez.
A mother in the room calls out.
Leave us alone. We're not scared of you anymore. Leave us alone. Just sit back down. Just sit back down. I'm not waking up the baby today. This is crazy.
The footage comes from her home security camera. There's no hand on the door, no breeze, no explanation. She isn't talking to a person.
Leave us alone. We're not scared of you anymore.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Moments later, this happens.
Sit back down. I'm not waking up the babysitter. This is crazy. Leave us alone. Look at us. Okay.
Oh my.
What's hit viewers the hardest isn't the moving furniture, it's her delivery. She doesn't sound afraid.
She
sounds done, like this has happened before, and she
my.
stopped bothering to react to it.
Fucking poltergeist. Oh, look at the cross right there. It's an upside down cross. Okay, you might want to consider that. It could be staged, or this could be all an act, or a lot of good actors around doing stuff like this, but I don't know if the cross did that automatically or was that there before, but what's your cross upside down for? You know what I mean? No wonder being visited.
There's one more detail that takes this footage to another level. Watch the very beginning closely.
The door
The
closed.
shadow scoots along the floor.
Oh, there's a
the wall
shadow right
behind
there.
her,
There's a
an
shadow.
upside-down crucifix.
Yeah, there he goes. The upside down crucifix. There you go.
Of all the poltergeist scary videos doing the rounds this month, this is the one where a mother is more annoyed than terrified, and somehow that makes it worse. A group of girls pose for a casual photo at a spa. Behind them, in the pool, something's staring. A face, partially submerged, eyes locked directly on the camera. The photo's been floating around old paranormal forums for years, posted by an uploader whose identity has long since been lost. The girls in the photo say there was no one else in the pool when they took it. No swimmer, no wader, just them. Skeptics chalk it up to water reflections and pareidolia, the brain doing what brains do, but the face in this one is too clean, too centered, and too directly aimed at the lens to feel accidental.
Exactly.
The water's running hard.
Deep in the wilderness of British Columbia, far from any trail, a man finds something carved into the rocks that shouldn't be there.
I'm not sure if I can make it any further than that.
Markings etched into stone, weathered and old, in a spot well away from any known settlement. Terry Milford, who shared the footage on Facebook, says they look almost Egyptian.
I made it to the Egyptian carving.
Well,
but what really got viewers talking isn't the carvings.
The water's running hard.
It's what Milford says happened while he was filming. He claims he spotted a shadow figure standing in the tree line, watching him. The camera never caught it. He just felt it there.
The water's running hard.
Out-of-place markings in remote forests aren't unheard of. British Columbia has a deep history of Indigenous rock art going back thousands of years. And to an outsider, those carvings can look like something far older or stranger than they are. That probably accounts for the etchings.
Yeah, it's crazy getting here. Holy.
The figure in the trees is harder to dismiss. Among the scary videos coming out of paranormal forums this year, it's one of the few where the witness walked away convinced he wasn't alone, and the carving was sitting right there to back him up.
I made it to the Egyptian carving. Yeah, it's crazy getting here. Holy.
And wow, can you see?
Look up at the sky for long enough and you start seeing things you can't account for. This footage is what happens when someone points a camera at it and lets it roll.
And I didn't zoom in on this one, on this like I normally do, so you're getting farther and a bigger part of the sky.
Recorded on the 23rd of March this year, 5 minutes of night sky, sped up to 1 minute.
This was March 23rd of this year. This is 5 times the speed, so it's 5 minutes of video into 1 minute.
that could be just drones. You know what I mean? Because I have a drone and I never rode it at nighttime, but that could be just drones as well. So who knows? You can't really say it's just damn commercials. Say it's paranormal or UFOs or whatnot, but it could be drones. We'll see.
Or ground, the kind of orbs the uploader usually films.
Or orbs, yeah.
Bright, darting points of light, moving in ways that don't match aircraft, satellites, or insects.
Just see all of them that's in there. I mean, we've got the ones in the front that you normally see that I try to get as zoom in closer on, but this one I'm trying to get as much of the sky as I could.
But it's the background that's got people watching this on repeat.
But look in the background. If you got a laptop or something that you can use, or a big screen TV, wow.
Dozens more lights scattered across the sky, moving independently. Some drift, some change direction, some blink.
How many that there actually is, it's kind of creepy just a little bit to see how many there is. It's amazing.
The footage was shared by Max_sees_things23, who's been logging the sky over his property for months. In his own words, it's kind of creepy just a little bit to see how many there is.
Kind of creepy just a little bit to see how many there is. It's amazing.
Time-lapse footage will turn ordinary satellites into things that look like they're chasing each other.
Yeah, that could be time-lapse too.
That probably accounts for the bulk of what's on screen here, but not all of it. Ohio is about to put a cryptid on the...
Yeah, that could be just time-lapse or drones, or it could be anything, because when you've got blinking lights like that, everything can be manipulated with anything that's digital, so who knows. All I can say is that guy was pretty freaked out because he did record it. He didn't do anything but just record, so anyway.
Ballot. On the 17th of April, State Representatives Tristan Ryder and Gene Schmidt introduced House Bill 821, a bipartisan move to designate the Loveland Frogman as Ohio's official state cryptid. The creature, a 4-foot upright amphibian, has been reported along the Little Miami River since the 1950s. In 1972, a Loveland police officer pulled his weapon on it. If HB 821 passes, Ohio becomes the first U.S. state...
I never heard of a frogman. What?
...in history to legally recognize a cryptid. From a cryptid on the ballot to a man back from the dead. A Russian man was declared clinically dead. 5 hours of resuscitation later, doctors brought him back. In Mirny, Yakutia, he walked home from a night out, sat down on a bench and fell asleep at minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
His core temperature dropped to 24. Over 4 hours, medical staff warmed him to 34 degrees. Then they started CPR. First faint pulse at 25 minutes. Full stability at 5 hours, 34 minutes. 1 day in an induced coma. Kidneys intact. Discharged 5 days later. From a body brought back...
It's amazing how your body can withstand that cold. How your body can get preserved. Whether you're probably just in a state of just frozenness because you're still alive, but you're frozen. But they could revive you. That's just amazing how that works, but anyway.
To life to an object pulled out of the ground. A construction crew dug up a 12-foot cross this week. Nobody can explain where it came from. Workers breaking ground for an industrial park in Hounsfield, New York, next to Watertown International Airport, pulled the concrete structure from the soil. Rebar and a steel pipe through the core confirm it was man-made. Jefferson County has no property record of it. The FAA has no map reference. Hounsfield's planning archive has no permit. No church, no landowner, no contractor has claimed it. A 12-foot cross, buried, and no one will say they put it there.
Could be a burial ground or indigenous. I don't know, because they don't believe in Jesus, but they're spiritual, so it could be in that nature. It could be an old burial ground that they couldn't dig up, and that's what it looks like. Or it could be ancient, or it could be put there by, UFOs.
From an object with no origin to an object whose origin just got complicated. The Shroud of Turin has
Shocking
India in its
Indian
DNA.
organs,
A
yeah.
University of Padova team led by Dr. Gianni Barcaccia analysed dust vacuumed from the cloth in 1978. The breakdown, 55.6% Near Eastern, 38.7% Indian, 5.6% European. Two theories are in circulation. The first, that fine Indian linen was imported to Jerusalem for the garments of the high priest. The second, the older legend that Jesus spent his lost years travelling through India. Scientific American has flagged methodological
That's what I was just thinking of that. So, interesting.
weaknesses with the study. The Vatican hasn't distanced itself from one ancient question the Vatican won't answer to another asked in Washington under oath. Hillary Clinton was asked on camera under oath about Gilgamesh. In a deposition released earlier this year, Representative Anna Paulina Luna asked the former Secretary of State whether she'd ever inquired about or been denied access to UAP files or any material referred to as Gilgamesh during her time in office. Clinton answered that she'd never asked, so she'd never been denied. She added that the public deserves transparency. Gilgamesh is the name attached to a long-running theory that the 2003 Iraq invasion was a cover for recovering the tomb of the Sumerian king, and the material believed to be buried with it. The question was asked. The answer is on the record. And that's your Weird News wrap-up. Back to the countdown. A photographer steps out of a 12th century Italian castle at night, raises his Canon camera and snaps one last shot of the courtyard before leaving. Nothing seems out of place. The courtyard is empty. He says goodbye to the caretaker and a couple of other visitors and heads home. It's not until the next morning, looking back through the photos on his computer, that he sees something eerie. Standing in the courtyard where there'd been no one when he pressed the shutter is the impression of a person.
Looks like Kiss from Gene Simmons from Kiss. Got the big long boots.
The photo was taken by Alessandro Carpena on the night of October 20th, 2013 at Castello Malaspina in Fosdinovo, Italy. A medieval fortress perched in the Tuscan hills with a long reputation for hauntings, cold spots, strange sounds, fleeting shadows, the kind of place where staff stop being surprised. Carpena says he's shown the photo to scholars and to the castle's caretaker, Lady Mina. None of them have an explanation. The figure isn't blurred, it isn't moving, it's standing still, clearly humanoid, clearly there, in a courtyard the photographer swears was empty. Of all the scary videos and photos to come out of Castello Malaspina over the years, this is the one nobody, not even the people who work there, can talk away.
What the? God damn it.
A woman in Montreal is woken in the middle of the night by a hum she can feel in the walls. When she gets to the window, she stops cold.
What the? That is not a goddamn airplane. Why the is it so close? What the actual
UFO.
Lights hovering above the skyline.
I don't know what the this is. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm kind of freaking out at the moment. Let me see if I can try to... What the is going on right now?
She grabs her phone.
I don't know what the this is. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm kind of freaking out at the moment. Let me see if I can try to... What the is going on right now?
The footage was shared on X by a self-described military intelligence analyst, and she wasn't the only one filming.
It is... That one sounded more like multiple planes, but the other one had a very deep humming. And there's no base nearby. I don't know what's going on.
Throughout December 2024, residents across Montreal posted to Reddit and Instagram describing the same thing. Strange formations of lights between 2 and 4 in the morning, and the same unsettling hum. People described it as almost mechanical, felt as much as heard. Some pointed to Festalumi, the city's winter light installation, others to drones. Neither explained the coordinated movement, neither explained the lateral acceleration, and neither explained why people across different neighbourhoods all said they could feel the sound in their bones.
Multiple planes, but the other one had a very deep humming, and there's no base nearby.
Drones don't typically produce low-frequency hums you feel through apartment walls. Light installations don't streak across the sky, and military intelligence analysts don't tend to post footage they can easily identify.
What the? That is not a goddamn...
What do you think that is? I don't know. I don't think it's drones, but I've seen drones that are like, they can do all kinds of cool stuff, you know, like thousands of drones, like, what they call like AI drones. It's amazing how they can do that, but this one looks a little bit eerie. I'd be freaked out too.
Airplane. Why the is it so close? What the actual is that?
If you want to see more scary videos like these, then hit that subscribe.
Alright, so that was Slapped Ham, so be sure to check it out on your social medias or on your YouTube. So I'm going to watch one more, and just a shorter one, so that let's see this one right here.
Mexico, 2024. Backyard security camera. Late at night. The motorcycle.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Somebody sent me this yesterday.
Days before this was recorded.
Yeah.
It starts shaking, not rocking, shaking at the frame, as though something is gripping the handlebars. Then the front wheel begins to track left.
Look at that. Now that's pretty wild. And that's caught on CCTV camera. Like, bikes to move along by itself like that. And look at the dogs beside it. Let me move my head here. The dogs are like freaking out right there. See that? And the lights go up and down in the car, flickering. So that's pretty wild.
A parked motorcycle on flat ground doesn't turn.
That's wild.
Turning requires force applied at a specific point. It completes the rotation and drops. Wind moves things laterally. It doesn't steer them. Viewers in the comments believe it was him. The camera doesn't confirm that. It only confirms the bike moved like something knew how to ride it. Whose hands were on it? A small pet shop. The couple who owns it leaves their dog there overnight.
Interesting.
Not occasionally, routinely. It's how they close. The dog stays. That's important. This wasn't unusual. Every other night was fine. They arrive the next morning and the dog won't come out. It's under a bed, pressed against the wall, refusing to move. They haven't checked the footage yet.
Wow, the dog got pushed. Did you see that? That was wild. Yeah. The dogs have senses. They have like thousands of more senses than humans, and they can feel things and see things. And that dog got pushed. So check it out again.
The dog is already the evidence. Then they pull the camera. 11:30 p.m. The dog is moving through the store when it's struck hard from the left.
Wow.
Its body travels roughly 3 feet to the right in under a second. Weight displacement first, legs following. The force originates externally.
Wow.
And the dog's
It got
frame
picked up and
absorbs
thrown
it
out.
like an impact. The yelp lands on the recording at the exact frame of contact. Not after, not delayed. No second animal is visible in the footage. The store was locked. Whatever struck the dog was already inside. They don't leave the dog there overnight anymore. What was in that store? At 11:30, a mother and her daughter are approached by a man outside their apartment building. They don't like what they see.
Yeah, this is pretty wild.
They move quickly toward the entrance. The Ring camera captures all of it. The man is on the footage, so is something else. At the exact moment he appears outside, door number 23 opens. Slowly.
That looks like a crackhead.
So I'm sitting here looking at this Ring camera footage.
That looks like a crackhead that came in here, but you know, like anybody who's zombie state like that are, you know, pretty much under the influence. whether they're on crack or whatever, coke or what have you. And but when you're on that state of mind, something else could be behind you as well too, which is, you know, scary demonic entities that are backing you up and all that stuff, especially in this building, which is pretty old. But anyway,
I don't understand how I didn't see this.
who knows? It could be anything.
This is ridiculous.
It stays open for several seconds, then closes. The woman doesn't notice it until she reviews the footage later.
Yeah, look at him. He's like itching back and forth.
Police, get out front of my door.
To be cracked out, see? Or it could be possessed. You know what I mean? Possession's got the same mannerism as someone being under the influence. You know what I mean? So it's pretty wild.
This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Get out front of my door right now. The police on the way.
Hey, look at the door back there. It swings back and forth. So it's something. This building is got to be possessed. Look at the door.
Wasn't.
See that?
Apartment 23 has been empty for years.
Yeah.
She contacts property management. They open the door together. The room inside isn't empty. It's full of children's shoes.
In the 3 years that I've lived here, I have never seen this door come open. Ever. Like, in the video, you saw the door just came open. Who opened the door? Like, look at it. Like, pitch black. Like, make it make sense. Like, how? How? I don't know. It don't make sense.
Small ones. Collected. Stored. Left there in a room no one has officially entered in years. Then she sees her daughter's shoe among them.
Just look, watch this. The door comes open. There's nobody there.
That detail ends the mechanical fault argument. A door malfunction doesn't explain a specific child's shoe inside a sealed apartment.
The building management is opening up the door.
I'm gonna do what he do, and I'm gonna stay back here. You said the light works? Yeah, he said the light works. Oh, Lord. What is that? He's Y'all.
Wow.
What the hell is going on? Y'all see all these little kids?
It's a lot of shoes. Someone's got a fetish with shoes. Actually, kids' shoes. Could be a pedo ghost or pedo demon.
What the? So so hold on, because no, this other day the door came open when I was in here. So if the door came open, like no, I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, y'all. So the main thing, I thought it was a snake. I really thought it was a snake.
Someone put an emoji crying.
I'm not gonna go. This is real.
What is that? Skin, snake skin. Or it could be somebody who lived there who believes in witchcraft, because they do, like, you know, they grab like chicken feet, snake skin, eyeballs, you know, pin cushions and stuff like that, and they do some kind of ritual. Could be.
Oh my God.
Someone had access to that building, that room, and that child's belongings. Police are called. Management removes the shoes and changes the lock. The woman sets a trap the following day.
So looking back at this video that I took with the property manager guy, right? And I noticed something in up house shoes. Those frozen Elsa boots, whatever you want to call it. Those boots are my daughter's.
Wow.
Like,
Daughter's
I'm gonna show y'all a
boots.
picture that me and my daughter took, like, I want to say like 2 months ago. Yo.
So,
This is crazy because I really thought she just lost them at school. Those shoes belong to my daughter. Somebody in this building must be going around here just collecting shoes. And I'm not gonna say collecting
shoes.
Stealing little kids' shoes around here. I've talked to at least 2 or 3 different people in this building who have
Getting
said
to the bottom
that
of
their
this
children
part,
been missing shoes.
ghost or person.
So I'm thinking that somebody has access to their room and they're going around stealing shoes and then taking them and putting them in there. They're just putting shoes in the room. Like it just none of this makes sense to me right now. None of it.
Okay, y'all can get to the bottom of this. See these little shoes right here? Put them here as bait, right? Some real cheap shoes, just little kid shoes, whatever. But what I did was, I got me a plant right there, cheap plant too. But look what's inside the plant.
She's doing her own investigation. Man, I would too, man, if I had a kid and stuff started bumping and moving in the night and your shoes are missing, and hell yeah, I'd do exactly the same thing.
On camera, a boot shifts toward the door, unprompted. Then her neighbor steps out into the hall and tells her she can hear a baby crying inside apartment 23.
Wow. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Or is she just spooked out? Opened by itself, but I look where somebody was in there. So somebody is in that room. Maybe us, one of those people who stays in the house for a long time, or I forget what's that called? Uninvited. They would stay in a room or in a house. What's that term called? What? Type it down below and. What? Yeah, that place is definitely haunted. Yeah, I would get creeped out too. Wow.
The camera recorded no sound. Whatever the neighbor heard, it wasn't on the audio. After that video, the woman stopped posting. No explanation, no final update. She didn't sign off. She simply stopped existing publicly. The camera recorded a door opening in an empty apartment while a man stood outside. What was in apartment 23 before the shoes were removed? Mexico.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it there and give you my 2 cents on that. It could have been anything. Somebody who used to live there or do witchcraft, or somebody in there or got killed in that room or in that hallway or in that building is haunting that room, which has, I don't know what's up with the kids' shoes. So they probably, somebody who has a background of the PDF, that's, short form, but anyway, you figure it out, that they are haunting that building, or haunting children, or have a possession of children's clothes or shoes in that room, which involves witchcraft, and they are now haunting that building. So in that case, that woman is creeped out because she couldn't find her daughter's boots, and they found it in that room, and it's evident that black man who came into the room all sketched out or maybe possessed, that brought in an entity in that room, because that door kept on going open and closing. Needed to believe that it was haunted. So thank God for that Ring camera. That Ring camera captured everything. That Ring camera couldn't be altered as well because it's CGI, but I don't think that woman knows anything about CGI or anything about manipulating footage, but it looks too real. So you have to come up with your own conclusion, check over that video and come up with your own idea what you think, if it's real or not. But to me, it looked like a haunting or a paranormal possession in that building, in that room, that has a fetish for children or children's boots or anything of that nature. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. I'll have more videos, commentary, and reaction, especially the paranormal. Bye for now.